Passengers boarding starting.
Hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback. Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted. Locking gear.
Exiting from editing mode. Please wait.
Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will. Parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
Alrighty guys, good morning I guess. Here we're at flight level 410, heading down to Dubai. Today we're approaching our top descent here, so we're going to start getting ready. Flight plan has us on the VTEB 3 Charlie for runway 30 left. So let's take a look. Let's just see what the weather's doing down there. 260 at 8, so we'll take 30 left. Works for me. So we'll come down here, flight plan 30 left. Arrival. That's the only thing maybe is we could pick a via Aldot. We can take it from Aldot. That's fine. And then we're probably gonna take some shortcuts and stuff throughout this. Actually, this arrival isn't that bad. It just kind of takes you right into the downwind and then on to final. We'll probably cut the downwind off a little bit early though. There's no reason to go out and extend it all the way. Let's take a look at the NavRad because sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't put it in for you. 111.3, 299 final approach course looks good. Modus mandatory at 2000, 260 on the mins, so we can go 260. Oh, opened up VATSIM on accident. QNH is 1014. A typical beautiful day in Dubai. 23 degrees centigrade, 260 at 8. So that's it. We're pretty much ready for our descent now. Transition altitude 15,000. It's got 13,000 on the chart, but 15,000 in the 15,000. It's got 15 and 4 or 13. I don't know how exactly that works, but we're just gonna rock with that. Let's step through the plan here real quick just to kind of make sure we're on the same page with everything. So the arrival starts from VTEB, so let's get the constraints on as well. VTEB at or below 12, then at or below 11, then at or above 8, and 7, below 7, and then the down. This is the big downwind I was talking about. Our final approach fix is Modus, so we can get a little bit lower than maybe it wants us and just cut this off. Maybe somewhere in here, like 3,000, somewhere right in here, and bring it inbound. So that's probably what we're gonna do. But other than that, everything looks good. Ooh. Oh no. Okay. And I'm pretty much just gonna set 2,000 on this bad boy here. Maybe 3. And we're just gonna be getting ready for our top descent. Like I said, let's get the seatbelt signs back on. Cruising at 40,000 feet over the desert. We'll see you when we restart down. Alright guys, so we just started our top of descent. Or just hit our top of descent. A little bit behind on it, so we got some speed brakes out. Big old crosswind. That's what I was like, why are we like angled like that? Big fat crosswind, 118 knots off the right side. As we turn here though, this should turn into a little bit of a tailwind, which should be nice. Looks like we got everything going right here pretty good. We got thrust, des, and then out in purple. So this should work out pretty good. Yeah, we'll talk to you more once we get a little bit closer. This is going to be our first time visiting Dubai in Flight Simulator 2020. We should fly right just to the north of the little world mountain or world island things that they made. So we'll see. Maybe we can get a little vector, and we'll take a little vector and fly right over top of those things. Honestly, this heading will be pretty perfect to send us like right over top of the island. The islands are like somewhere like right in here. Try to just after we hit VTEB. And honestly, probably just right now, we'll just take a heading. Maybe even a little more to the right, maybe like a 145 heading for now. And heck, honestly, we can just join it like a left downwind. Let's just keep it coming. Yeah, let's do vertical speed. And let's just keep it coming down to 3,000. We probably don't even need to be going this steep. As long as we're at 3,000 before the airport. Because, which we will be. Then we'll have a nice low. Oh, that's the thing too, though, is how high are those buildings? 2,700? Might not be. We'll see. We'll see how it looks once we get there. I believe that's them right off the nose there. So we'll see how all this stuff looks in 24. Pretty interested to see this. Let's go LS mode as well. 111.3 looks good. All right, coming up on 10,000 as well. Let's go ahead and get some lights on. Wing lights, strobes all the way on. Everything else looks good on the overhead. I'll tell you what, this plane is solid. You know, out of the many woes that Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 has, this plane is not one of them. This plane is a very good airplane. Speed brakes out to help it slow down below 10. Might start needing some lights up in here again. Thought we were going to be safe from needing the integ lights for the rest of the flight, but it seems not. It'd be wild to visit Dubai, though. Let me know in the comments if you've ever been to Dubai. And then those other crazy islands are down here, the ones that have like the branches. Those two right there. Here they are. And then the big tower thing, whatever that thing's called. Everything else looks like it's still loading in the cloud, but also looks like it might be like a restricted area to fly over there, so we're going to be just to the south of that. Very cool, though. We've got some trees and stuff down there. Let's see, how's it look? That's pretty cool. Alright, everybody say goodbye to the islands. Hello to Dubai. Leveling off at 3,000 here. Should be fine. I think the only really tall thing is that, the big tower thing over there, and we should be clear of that. We're going to be just clear of the restricted area, it looks like, that surrounds it. So, we're going to straighten it out I'm going to straighten it out once we hit the shoreline. Maybe do, and actually get into like a downwind. Maybe like a 130, or probably like a 120-ish, I think. The airport's over there. I believe that's the airport right there. Pretty cool though, man. Pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Alright, a little bit after the shoreline there, but it's like a 120 heading. Pick the speed as well. It's at 250, so it's right where I want it, but so we can start thinking about slowing down. I think I'm going to activate the approach as well if it hasn't already. Just so our speed is ready and everything. 1,000 should be fine. I might drop down to 2. Let's do this. Let's slow to 220 knots. Whoa. Then it just went all the way to idle. Jeez. We'll slow to 220 and then start a base turn. Because again, we definitely can't turn before Modus, but we have to be above 2,000 at Ch2. Crazy. Just out here in the middle of the desert, Dubai. Wild. Honestly, a lot like LA. Kind of just comes out of nowhere, right in the middle of the desert. It's got the mountains more. I guess Vegas would be more like that. But I said we got to get at least a beam mode, and then we'll try to catch it. We'll try to put it right in between Modus and Ch2. Let's maybe get a little bit closer. We can maybe go to like a 100 heading, and we can go flaps 1 too, honestly, which is just slats. Definitely want to be on speed and everything for this. It's gonna be nice. We're gonna be nice and tight. All right, start a full base turn. North-ish. I don't know exactly, what is it, 120? So it'd be like 30 degrees off. So 30 degrees. Let's see. I think a 030 actually would do it. Yeah, 03. Just stick us right in between Modus and Ch2, just like we said. 220 knots in the speed. Like I said, that's our glide slope intercept though. We want to be fully configured by that. So maybe start bringing it back even to like 200 so we can get flaps 2 out. I have no idea where Lufthansa works. Let's take a look at FlightAware. Arm approach mode as well, and let's do flaps 2 now. Okay, so we're going to be at the A concourse, and we'll give it a little bit of help. We're pretty close now. Let's turn it to, let's do like a 010. It says relief. Is it one more speed relief? Is that what it wants? Let's actually just hit the, we'll just drop the speed all the way off now. And let's go gear down. That was not slow motion. Gear just takes a very long time in the A330. Let's go flaps full. Okay, good. I was about to say, I hope we don't blow through it. Woo! Big old bank. If I was a passenger, I'd be growing up. Wow, look at that. It's beautiful, though. Oh my gosh. Wow, that is gorgeous. Holy crap. Yeah, let's get fully ready. We got speed brakes, our arm flaps are full. All of our lights are on and set, seatbelts are on. Give everybody the ding dong in the back. Oh shoot, we're gonna be above them. Oh no, I didn't get down to 2,000 ever. Oh no. Okay, let's just disconnect. We can make this, but we're just gonna have to do a little manual piloting here. I'm gonna go flight directors off because they're not telling me anything good.
2,500.
Dang, I was like, oh yeah, everything's going great right now. Oh. Try not to go any steeper than 1,500 feet a minute, but... let's go manual throttles too, why not? Let's just take everything. Go completely idle. Start giving it some power here as the speed comes back, or the glide slope comes back. But we still need to lose all that speed that we just built up, so gotta pitch the nose back. That means we're gonna lose climb performance. We're also gonna have to pull some, or we're gonna increase climb. Enter a climb, I guess I should say. So we're gonna pull the throttles back again a little bit. It's just playing that game the whole time. That's how you catch back up to the glide slope relatively legally. Still getting fast, so let's go ahead and pull back the speed, pull back throttles a little bit, pitch the nose up. Still a little high. So we're gonna let that nose come down. Bring him almost all the way to idle. That nose coming down. Go all the way to idle, bleed the rest of that speed off. There's the glide slope, kinda not level off, but just shallow out that descent so we can start picking that speed back up, start choosing some throttles back. Losing the glide slope a little bit, pitching up. I really want to increase power for that, but we already
500.
Also don't have enough airspeed, so it works.
400.
Keep pitching up, we're a little bit low on the glide slope still with some speed to bleed off, so... And if you find yourself low on the glide slope and in this situation, just level off for a second. The glide slope, maybe not even level off, but just shallow that descent enough to where the glide slope's going to come back. Because it will come back. Because you're just under it. It's right there. Just going to need some power. And here it comes.
200.
Glide slope and the Pappies are definitely telling me two different things. We are landing.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Oh, already on the ground at 10. That's... Oh, but they clapped still. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. No landing rate, though, on that, but that's alright. We'll get a landing rate from everything else. Yes, auto throttles are off. Thank you. Okay, welcome to Dubai. We're going to make a left here onto Kilo 12, and then that pretty much puts us right in line for our gate. So let's get the APU started up here because it's going to be a pretty quick taxi in. Got to figure out the reverse thing in Microsoft. The only reversers that work is the Phoenix so far. I can't tell where is it. Is this the taxiway? Okay, it is. Still, I love that engine sound. It's so good. Alright, we can take... There's 2 taxiways here. You're not supposed to be able to go straight to this one from here, at least from what the chart says. We'll get our landing lights off. We'll get our turn-off lights off, taxi lights, wing lights off. Strobes can come off, and the seatbelt signs can stay on. And then we're going to pick up the flaps and everything here in just a second. Spoilers, flaps. And then we're going to go behind the Alpha terminal here. So this is the Alpha gates, or the Alpha terminal. We're going to go behind on Juliet 3. We're going to make this left turn here. So I'm surprised, like, the runway markings, or like the taxiway, like, paint markings are good. But I don't know, nothing else is. The terminal looks good though. I mean, that looks pretty legit. I don't know, I've never been to Dubai, but looks good to me. Wow. So pretty. The way the sunlight's kind of reflecting like that and stuff though. Whew. Pretty awesome. And let's see, Delta 4 is kind of in the middle. I wonder if it'll say... Oh, there's Delta 9. Looks like it wants to tell us. Taxiway lines are loading in from the cloud still. Start slowing down a little bit. We got Delta something here, Delta 8. So Delta 8, Delta 7, Delta 6, Delta 5, Delta 4 is what it should look like. Yep, there's Delta 7, so we just got a few more to go. APU's available. Let's go ahead and flick the bleed on. And that's pretty much it. Pretty much ready to park it. I think we're going to get a pretty bad score on this flight, though. Mostly because of... I was messing with the time a little bit so we could land with some daylight. And it shakes the plane around. And I think that's where we get the G-force issues. So we'll see. Alright, swing it on in here. Definitely glad we adjusted it though so that we could see the sights a little bit. That was pretty cool. Alright, and we're going to stop it right there. Let's go ahead and turn the taxi light off. I forgot to turn on the replay, so we don't have any landing replay, unfortunately. But everything else looks good. We can get the engines off. Wow. I'm taking all these screenshots. I don't know what I'm going to use as the thumbnail yet. I mean, we had some insane views on this flight, so that was really cool. Beacon can come off now. The engines are off. Nav lights can stay on. Strobes can stay off. Everything looks good there. Let's see if GSX will give us some deboarding.
The boarding requested.
While we debrief. Oof.
Passengers, the boarding started.
Oh yeah, every time I hear that ding, I'm like, oh yeah, I could probably turn the seatbelt signs off. Alright. Keep an eye out over here. Maybe you can see the passengers walking out. I don't know if we're going to be able to see that or not, but let's take a look at our logbook here. Last flight, 88 on the score. We've been the 330 has been tanking our scores. Yeah, there go the passengers. That's pretty cool. But let's take a look at what we did wrong. So the G-force again, I think it was from the changing of stuff, and I think whenever it, like, the plane like shakes because of the weather changing and all that stuff, I think that is maybe what that did. Taxi out. Oh yeah, I wasn't paying attention on the taxi out, and And I looked down and I was going like 40 knots, so yeah, that sucked. And we did pause, unfortunately, because I had to go to sleep. But anyways, other than that, I mean, not too bad. Negative 209 in the landing rate. Everybody was happy in the back. Flaps, so that was fun. But yeah, guys, that's gonna pretty much do it. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Flying at Lufthansa. Next flight, we're gonna go back to Frankfurt, and then this next flight down to Delhi, if I'm not mistaken, I think they fly it in a 340 and a 330. So Lufthansa flies it in the 330, and that's it. We might switch it up and do a little 2020 787 or maybe the 340 or the 330. I'm sorry, maybe the 78, maybe the 74, and maybe the 380. So we'll see. I don't know. I want to fly something different than the 330, but you know, I'm also having a great. This 330 works great in 2024. So we'll see. You have to watch the next one to find out. So thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.